Hey guys, Dom here, back again with another. That's right, this time last week I attended QuakeCon, where I had an amazing time and honestly got to hang out with the best people. And among the many things I did there, I got to have some hands-on time with Doom Eternal. Now, I was lucky enough to actually play the demo twice, so all in all I had about an hour's worth of experience with Doom Eternal. So today I wanted to share with you all my hand-on-heart, honest opinion on the follow-up to 2016's Doom title. Now, before I dive into the pits of hell, why not help support this channel by hitting that on that subscribe and notification button? Honestly, I just really appreciate it. So, where do I begin? Well, what if I told you that Doom Eternal is like Doom's 2016 shoved into a giant, insane effing cannon, shot out into the awesomeness of all hell, gate-crashing a demon-infested party, looking into the eyes of Doom 2016 and saying, "You feeling lucky, punk?"
You know damn well what I mean! Oh.
All set to the insanely hellish soundtrack by the talented Mick Gordon. Without a doubt, Doom Eternal is Doom 2016 turned up to 11 in almost every way. Starting off, while I did play the full demo twice at QuakeCon, myself and other content creators weren't actually allowed to record our own footage, so I will be using the E3 footage of this same level I played. So to begin, Doom Eternal starts with some amazing scenery. Unlike Doom 2016, we escape the harsh hellish wastes of Mars and start off on a Phobos moon base, where unlike Doom 2016, Eternal's level design has been completely revamped to complement the brand new traversal mechanics in this game. Unlike 2016's entry, Doom Eternal's levels are much more hectic and open, giving you a ton of choice in how you want to approach taking down these enemies, or on the flip side, plan your escape if things get too dicey. It also seems like the Doomslayer has been leveling up his acrobatic skills, as he can also swing through bars and other terrain throughout the level. He also has the ability to dash twice while in mid-air, helping you grapple to nearby cliffsides and nearby ledges to reach new areas throughout the level. There is also the grappling hook attached to the brand new shotgun in the game, grappling onto enemies' faces, helping you fly around the map and rip and tear through their bodies. Now, I will be honest, throughout my playthrough, this was actually the main thing that killed me the most, as I was using a controller throughout my playthrough, and the button to grab onto ledges and dash were the same button. And there was a moment in the level in which where I had to jump and dash to another cliffside and grab onto that cliffside, and when I went to grab onto the floating cliffside, all I did was dash again, jetting me off further into nothingness and falling and dying. So hopefully you can remap the buttons in the final release to help avoid that kind of complication. But moving forward, about 5 minutes into playing this, it's apparent that id Software have painstakingly recreated / revived so much from the original Doom title back in 1993, with not only certain enemy types returning to the franchise, but with id Software staying faithful to those original character designs and just have brought them into 2019. With such details as the zombie man staying faithful to its original character design, with little details such as its green hair, other designs like the Mancubus looking like a more fleshed out version of its original design. We also have the Pain Elemental returning to the franchise, looking all
I'm so strong!
Except for my little hands!
Okay. And of course, the Cyber Demon has returned, again keeping true to its original design, just more fleshed out and brought into 2019. Another little touch id Software have brought back into Doom is the damage sound effect you hear when you are either hit or taking damage. It's actually strikingly familiar to the original sound the Doomslayer would make back in 1993. As well as this, you'll notice that the items in-game are floating neon-coloured items, much like in the same style as an old arcade game. This minor detail instantly takes me back to an era of gaming, where Doom was first conceived. Moving on to the combat, I don't think much needs to be said here. Doom Eternal is still as brutal and as satisfying as ever, actually probably even more so than it's ever been, as there has definitely been an improvement on enemy AI, as demons seem to be a lot more responsive to your attacks, with certain enemies dodging your missiles, headshots or incoming melee attacks, which coupled with the new traversal mechanics definitely gives you much more of a challenge than previous titles. In certain situations, you will definitely have to plan your route of attack, and while charging in guns blazing is a staple of Doom, it can definitely lead you into some sticky situations, and ones where you will need to take your ammo and health into consideration. Otherwise, you will easily become overwhelmed. Although the game definitely helps you overcome this if you know what to look for. So while you're out there ripping and tearing through demons, you can actually pick up health and ammo while killing these foul beasts. Such as one glory kill can grant you health, a chainsaw glory kill will actually grant you more ammo, just another way the game innovates on its brutal combat. Now, I will be the first to admit Doom Eternal is a much tougher title than 2016's. Honestly, it's no cakewalk, but with its intricate combat and its new traversal mechanics, it's definitely much more of a satisfying experience. Now, don't get me wrong, while I did love Doom 2016, I felt like one of its major complaints was after 20 or so hours, you kind of felt like you weren't doing anything new, or you weren't seeing any new glory kills. You kind of had that feeling that while you loved this game, in its final moments, you were just kind of going through the motions. But I am glad to say, here in Doom Eternal, id Software have taken this advice and just blown it all out of the water. With the new scenery, the openness of each brand new level, the potential for exploration and hidden items, the brand new mechanics that help you navigate through the game and help you navigate into much more brutal and hectic combat. Every level in this game feels fresh and exciting and tense and everything you would want, and so much more in a Doom title. Although I do have one complaint with this game. As I was playing through this demo, I noticed that the sound design for the glory kills on certain enemies seemed off. It kind of went through the motions. It didn't feel like the glory kill was very impactful on certain enemies, and it kind of took me out of the experience a small bit on certain parts. Although there were many insane moments of combat where I just looked up from my screen in awe of what was happening in front of me. Honestly, it's so brutal and so cool. I just felt that perhaps with some demons screaming in your face as you're chainsawing them in half would add another layer of authenticity. But the demo I played could have just been an earlier build, as it was the same demo from E3, so perhaps this small thing will be added into the game's final release. Now, while I probably haven't covered every aspect of Doom Eternal, I just wanted to share with you all my honest first impressions of the game. And I've got to say, this is shaping up to be a must-own title. Doom Eternal offers everything from the past games, and so much more. I didn't even get to touch on the brand new weapons that I got to play around with. It's just so beautifully brutal, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the full release this November. But anyway guys, what do you guys think? Are you excited for Doom Eternal? And if you have any questions about the demo, please let me know in the comments down below. Best ones get featured in the credits of these videos. And if you want to keep up to date with me and these videos, why not follow me on my social medias down below. And if you liked this video, hit that on that like and subscribe button. And as always,
what you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine.